Hey guys, welcome back. So I am just sitting down to put a little bit of makeup on, and I figured I would show you an updated routine for when you want to look put together but you don't want a super like full glam look. It's perfect for when you have to wear a mask because you don't have like full coverage foundation. Products aren't going to rub off. Very simple, takes about 10 minutes if that. It's perfect for those days when you want to be put together but not too much. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. I used the Purity Simple Moisturizer and I just put that on my face. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair back so it's out of the way. Next product I'm gonna use is SPF. This is just a little travel size. This is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate, and this is SPF 30. This is really nice because it has a glow to it. This is also perfect for days when you're not really feeling like wearing any makeup and you just want to look brightened and awake and refreshed. This subtle glow will help you do that. Now what I'm gonna do is my primer. So I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is my tried and true. Apply this on top of that sunscreen, fill my pores in, put it over blemishes to even out the skin. Got a couple acne scars down here. Now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna let that sink into my skin for a few minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes and then go in with a waterproof mascara. This is just the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. And the trick is if you have straight eyelashes, a waterproof formula will help them stay up. Waterproof can kind of be a pain in the butt. However, if you have an oil-based remover, it gets it off pretty easily. So I just make sure to go in, give it a nice curl on both sides, kind of separate the lashes before I go in with mascara so they don't clump. Apply 2 coats. I like to do mascara before I do any makeup because sometimes you can smudge it. And I have definitely messed up my face makeup before from smudging the mascara onto the lower part of my face. Sorry if the light keeps changing. The sun is going in and out behind the clouds, so it's just a little messed up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a concealer that is about the same shade as my foundation. And I'm also going to take one that's a little bit lighter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little bit of coverage. So I just put 1 dot here, 1 dot here, a dot here, and here. And then I take this deeper shade and I go over any blemishes that need to be covered. And then what I'll do is I'll go in with this lighter shade because I do want my under eye brightened a little bit, and I'll just go over that same spot. And I'll keep the blemish areas with just the darker concealer. And I will just go in and blend these out. That's what it looks like blended out. So it just adds a little bit of coverage and also brightens the under eye area and conceals any darkness that you have from your baby keeping you up all night. And then what I'm gonna do is go in with cream bronzer. And this is the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm in Light. This is from ColourPop, well, their sister brand, Soul Body. And I'm just gonna go in with a dense brush. Looks like this. This is the Morphe M439, and I'm just gonna lightly dap in there and start bronzing up the face. Sure it's nice and blended. You can take a little bit, just do your jawline and blend down your neck. And then if you're worried about applying too much, I just dab a little bit off of my brush before I put it on my face, and that will also help make sure that it's not overkill. Now I'm gonna go in, since I'm done with all of my cream products, I'm gonna go in and just blend out any creases from the concealer. And I'm going to apply the smallest amount of powder to my under eye. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Translucent Photo Focus powder. And you can go in with your sponge. I'm just gonna go in with this brush that's perfect for under eye. I'm just gonna dab what's in the cap, tap some off, and just lightly set. So make sure we're locking the concealer in so it doesn't budge. And you can kind of blend it over your pores to help blur those as well. And then also on those spots where you concealed to cover your blemishes. So that's all the powder that I'm applying, and it just helps keep everything light and doesn't look too cakey. So now I'm gonna go in with blush, and I'm just gonna take an angled brush like this and the Jouer Adore Blush Duo. And I usually just kind of mix these. And what you wanna do is, I used to apply it directly on the apples, but I've been liking the technique of lifting your face. So instead, I'm just gonna apply it like this. Instead of bringing it all the way down here, I'm just gonna hit that cheekbone, almost where you would apply highlighter. And put the majority of the product on the back, kind of hit the top of the temple, and then whatever's left over, you can go ahead and drag on the bridge of your nose and up. Just gives a nice, pretty flush. And then if you feel like you need to blend the bronzer and the blush together, you can just go in with a stippling brush and just blend that out. And then for highlight, I'm just gonna go in with the Essence Pure Nude, and this is like a $2 highlight, but it's so beautiful because it's very subtle. If you want that like glow from within, this is definitely the highlight to get, because there's no big chunky glitter pieces. It's not super like bam in your face. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to the high points of my face where the light and sun would naturally hit. Brows, down the center of the nose, Cupid's bow. Sorry for the light, I know it keeps changing. I don't usually put highlighter on my chin just because I don't look like I don't like looking like I just had a greasy cheeseburger. And then to blend that out, I'll just go back in with the blush brush and just go over it ever so slightly. I'm not applying any more product, I'm just taking what was left over and going over the top. And then for brows, I usually use the CoverGirl brow pencil, but I've honestly been loving the NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen, and it's like a microblading pen, so it gives you these really feathery, fluffy looking eyebrows. And I know that that's trending, but it looks so much more natural than like that drawn on block brow. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the eyebrow pencil just to fill in the underneath part and kind of create the outline of where I want those brow hairs to be drawn. Just gonna brush that through with a spoolie. Do the same thing on this eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the Snatch Your Brow pen and just create very light strokes. I'm just using as light of a hand as possible. Obviously, the more strokes you add, the darker the brow will become. And if you feel like you've messed up anywhere, you can just pat over it with your finger. They're sisters, not twins, so I'm just gonna have to be okay with the way this one looks. And then do the same thing on the other brow. They're not the best brows, but they work. So I'm gonna be done messing with them. If I wanted to absolutely perfect them, I would go in with some concealer and just carve them out and clean them up a little bit. But honestly, I feel like the messier they are, the more natural they look, and that's what I'm going for today. So I'm just gonna leave them, and I'm gonna top them off with this Nude Sticks brow gel and just comb this through them, keep the hairs in place. Brows are set, and then the last step is chapstick. You can honestly go in with a lip color at this point if you'd like. You could go in with a bullet lipstick. My personal favorite is the one from Estee Lauder in the shade Pinkberry. It just looks like this, and I just tap a little bit, a little wash of color. Not too intense, still keep it very natural. And then final step is setting spray. Let that dry for a minute. Okay, you guys, and this is the finished look. So this is my everyday routine. This has been perfect for summer. It's got the SPF, your skin is moisturized and hydrated. It focuses enough on concealing blemishes and smoothing out your pores, but you're not feeling heavy because you're not wearing foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if any of these tips and tricks are helpful to you in your routine, and let me know how you like them. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.